Keyless Ally, and welcome to the first of the DLC Corner episodes. The first one we're going to discuss from the first Mass Effect is Mass Effect Bring Down the Sky. Yes, that wonderful DLC that we all kind of got our big introduction into, you-know-who, the Batarians. Yeah, and the Batarians, for those who know of them, it's kind of a meme in the Mass Effect community to like kind of dunk on them because their whole culture is based on like cruel caste systems and slavery, so they're kind of like the butt of the joke that killing a Batarian is doing a favor for the rest of the galaxy. But in this particular DLC, Batarians have hijacked an asteroid that the colonists of the human colony world, and it's a huge world, by the way, called Terra Nova in the Asgard system. And basically, the Batarian terrorists, led by a Batarian by the name of Balak, decided to hijack this. It was initially supposed to be just some sort of like average Batarian slave grab, but it turned into, hey, this asteroid is going in the direction of the planet so that they can mine it. Let's push the asteroid into the planet and destroy an entire human colony as vengeance for the massacre at Torfin, where they, which was technically humanity's vengeance against the Batarian unexpected attack on Sicilian Verge, you know. So basically, Shepard and company land on asteroid X. I believe it's X-57 that the miners are going to mine. And there he gets help from some of the locals that are trying to undermine Batarian forces so that Shepard can stop the asteroid from crashing into their home world of Terra Nova. And basically this was most people who... I didn't get a chance to play the DLC early on because I didn't have the cash for it, like way years ago, but I played it a couple years after I got the trilogy, and boy does it introduce the Batarians as a legit and somewhat legit threat. Because in the main game you still have to deal with Saren. But this DLC is kind of like a little extra detour. From what I heard, it was supposed to be in the original game, but they decided to cut it and release it later for DLC content. So I guess even back then BioWare was still cutting corners. They're like, ooh, we can stretch this out by releasing content after. However, but the content, believe it or not, it doesn't feel forced, because I think even nowadays, if you decide to buy the DLC on like Xbox or PlayStation, it's still like dirt cheap. Though after the release of Legendary Edition and the fact that most copies now come with Bring Down the Sky, like physical copies now actually come with Bring Down the Sky. I don't know why they ever make you pay for them anymore. But in this, depending on which version you play, and there's a reason I say which version, and I don't mean just the base games, I mean like with mods and stuff like that. Depending on the version, you'll get a timer that's included. If you play the vanilla game, you're not going to have to worry about the timer. But if you play on PC, there will be with mods and everything, there will be an hour timer, like a legit hour timer that you have to ensure you don't run out. Ensure you take down the torches before that timer runs out, which kind of makes it a little more exciting, even though I'm not the biggest fan of time trials. But yeah, that's the basic gist of this DLC. What do I think of this DLC? I like it. I think it's genuinely fun. It's a fun little extra side mission that feels a bit more plot relevant than most of the others, and doesn't seem to have the same... That's actually one thing I should have mentioned with my Mass Effect 1 review, is that most of the side missions kind of have like a generic preset map. This one actually looks kind of like a dynamic, interesting location as compared to those ones. And of course, just like at the end of every plot line, you're faced with a tough choice. You either have to kill Balak and let the hostages die because there's a bomb in their room, or option B, you let Balak go to live another day, and you get to save the hostages as you fight what's left of his forces on his way out. Yeah, tough choices, obviously. kill the Batarian terrorists or save the hostages. Which, I love the moral quandaries that come up with this series, because with them, you wonder, is that letting that Batarian live going to bite you in the butt later, you know? Or are you going to be able to utilize that maybe by the second or third game? You never know until you actually play, you know? But what did you guys think of this DLC? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you even bother playing it or downloading it back in the day? Have you played Legendary Edition and just gotten right into it? Comment below, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next DLC episode.